next up, we have Daniel Drugger from Universal Ads, and he is the VP of Product at Universal Ads. Daniel, I'm gonna turn the audience to you. Do you want to pull your slides up, and then I'll hop off?
Sure can. I appreciate it, Tamara.
Welcome to the stage. Yeah, welcome.
Excited and super exciting to hear just the end of that conversation with BG and Mia talking about creative, talking about the creative agent within Triple Whale, and how brands can use that to kind of learn from aspirational brands that they're looking at with great creative. And I'm excited because it's a great segue into kind of what we're talking about today about AI-powered product-driven ads, and how this has been something that has been really unique, I think, to digital, and has been in the conversation for digital platforms. But I think TV is an area that we're investing heavily in as part of Comcast, and AI-powered ads are coming to your TV. And so we want to talk about that, and want to talk about how brands can really take advantage of that and lean into that and be leaders in that space. And so I'll go through a few slides here, but just by way of introduction, my name is Daniel. I lead product here at Universal Ads. Like I said, we're part of Comcast, and really our mission is to make TV ad buying as easy and as seamless as it is on social. And so one of the big parts of that is removing all the fees. So no fees to access our buying platform, no fees to target, no fees. I'll talk about some creative generation within the platform, much like you'd expect on social. A lot of social platforms don't charge to buy their ads. You just buy the media. We're doing the same thing for the first time for TV, which we think is really important. And then, just my background, I've spent my career in digital ads, started building on the Facebook and Pinterest and Twitter ads APIs, saw the transition of creative from text to image to video, then went to Snap to actually build out their ads business. So early 2016. And if you remember Snap in those early days, it was, how do you bring horizontal video into a vertical environment with sound on? So a new kind of creative concept. And so really excited to do it again here at Universal Ads, to bring really dynamic ads to the highest quality premium environment that people are watching. And so I think we can get into kind of what this actually means, right? Why should people care? And I think there's something that a lot of, I think, headlines are really salacious about, that TV is in the decline, people aren't watching TV. It couldn't be further from the truth. TV isn't going anywhere. You'll see in the next slide, we've been around for 100 years, and actually the opposite's happening. TV is going everywhere. People are watching it not just on their home TVs as we think about it, but on tablets, on desktop, on mobile, really watching wherever they go, however they want. And so TV, as it's going everywhere, is really transforming how advertisers need to engage with those consumers, right? Viewers like you and I. From the first transmission in early 1920s, and realizing now I've got to say 1920s. It's not just the 20s anymore, because we're in the new 2020s. But from that first transmission to kind of the 1990s with reality TV, and really transforming what premium content and what types of content people are watching, to now we're talking about streaming platforms. I'm sure all of us are subscribed to 3, 4, 5 different streaming platforms, to on-demand content. And so truly, like, for the viewer, it's never been a better time to watch TV. You can watch it on whatever device you want. You can watch whatever content you want, whenever you want it, right? For as long as you want it. And so that's a big change in viewing behavior. And advertisers need to take that into account when they think about, how do I reach people on television? And the reason why TV, is so important, and why we still believe in it so heavily, is that commercials work, right? This has never changed in those 100 years that TV's been around. Ads on TV work, right? In a digital environment, we're seeing it increases site visits, it increases brand discovery, it increases reach. We all know that television is a destination, right? It's high quality premium content that you can't get anywhere else, right? The Super Bowl, live sporting events. If anyone's watching Love Island, I'm watching that with my wife. Like, that is water cooler content. You're not getting that elsewhere. And so it's a really unique place to reach an engaged audience in premium environments. But, and there's a big but, for everyone here, right? Creating ads for TV for those last 100 years, creating TV ads is hard, right? All of us have the perception that TV ads are hard. They're expensive. Right? This can take $500,000, millions of dollars to create a TV ready ad. It takes a lot of time, right? This can be 6 months, a year in the making, from scripting, casting, working with agencies, editing, post production, before your ad ever sees the light of day and actually reaches an audience. And after all of that time and money, you probably get one version, maybe two or three, but you're getting a very limited number of versions that you better be really excited about and really confident that they're gonna kind of deliver and land with your audience. And that last point, your audience, right? You get one ad for one audience. It's very hard to personalize this. And so you're getting a TV ad for a generalized audience to speak to as many people from this one ad as possible. And so this doesn't make a lot of sense for a lot of brands, right? It just doesn't. And so that's where AI comes in, right? AI is kind of flipping this traditional framework on its head. And for everyone that's on here, like obviously we're interested in AI. You're on a 4-hour speaker series talking all about AI. And so as it relates to advertising and videos, right, we're seeing new models come out every day, every month, every week. Um, Meta has announced that they want to automate ad creation within their ads manager. Google announced VO3, which is kind of taking the market by storm, right? Amazon is launching things. There's OpenAI. There's Runway. There's all these different models to use to take advantage of. And what it's doing for advertisers is it's actually making that TV creation process much easier. And one thing we like to kind of repeat here for our entire team, and we repeat it daily, this is the worst AI is ever going to be, right? If you're hesitant about AI, if you're not sure, if you're like, well, the quality's not there, today is the worst AI will ever be, right? Every model that's coming out is going to be better than the last. Tomorrow's better than yesterday. And so for us as high quality premium content environment, for our advertisers, that's huge, right? That means creating TV ads went from this framework that it is hard to no, it was hard. That's a day of the past. And so with AI, what this means is what used to be expensive and cost millions of dollars, you can get done for the cost of your lunch. But truly, go find a provider. You can get a TV ready ad for the cost of your lunch, and it can go up from there. What used to take 6 months, you can get done in minutes. I'll talk about our tool that we're launching, but there's a lot of good partners we're working with that can get you creative in 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, a lot less than 6 months. You get infinite versioning because this is generated by AI, because you can do interesting things. You can learn, test, iterate, just like you're used to doing on Meta, on Google, on digital channels. You can start to test and iterate on TV and use different versions. And then lastly, because you can do infinite versioning, you can hyper personalize your ads. So if you're trying to reach a specific demographic or geography and speak to a certain type of audience, make an ad for them, right? If you want to speak to a different audience, make an ad for that. You get infinite versioning, you can personalize this. This is a total transformation of how TV ads can be made. And so kind of a fun little game, and I know it's virtual, so hard to raise your hands, but I'm going to show two different ads. I'll show 10 seconds of each. And just ask yourself, can you actually tell the difference? Both ran on TV, both ran in super premium environments, in live sporting. And I don't know, let's talk about it after. So I'll play the first. Okay, so that one's a fun one, right? You get Jamie Foxx. If you can hear it, he's playing the piano. You get guys tackling, super fun, really high gloss, made for TV. Let's look at the second one. It's more fun with sound on, but I'd encourage anyone after to go look at these two ads. They're fun ads. The one on the left, right, with Jamie Foxx, sound is such a big part of TV. So sadly, you can't hear it, but he's playing the piano, really exciting music in the background, really large, jarring, like tackles happening. That's a great thought, BG. I'll add him after this. But that one, is high gloss, made for TV. Probably took months and months. You've got Jamie Foxx. You're filming in a casino. Probably cost several $1,000,000. They get one version for the BetMGM ad. It's a generalized audience. Doesn't really speak to anyone. The second ad, right? This one, if you've been following the news, fully AI generated, right? This is a betting app, so similar space. Took one person 2 days, $2,000, right? Not one person in that ad is real. It is fully AI generated. If we're thinking about this as like a continuum, it is on one far end of generated ads. But if you look at the difference, right? Maybe you can tell certain things. Maybe you have a personal preference to one or the other. But if you're talking as a brand, I'm going to invest millions of dollars, many months, many team resources to build an ad, or I'm going to put one person on it for $2,000 for 2 days, and I'm going to get a TV ad to deliver to my audience. It's kind of hard to argue. And so, going into what this means for brands and how advertisers are actually using AI, this headline got a lot of shares and kind of press a few weeks ago that 90% of advertisers are using Gen AI to build video ads. Right? It's a really nice headline. A lot of people started talking about it. But I think kind of what's missing here, and what I want to call out and where we'll go, is yes, 90% of advertisers may use Gen AI, but it's not all going to be in the same way. They're not all going to create that, fully end-to-end AI generated ad that they're going to run on TV. There's a lot of different things that brands can do with AI to build video ads. And I think that's the key element, right? Is whatever your interest in AI is, whatever your comfort level is, whatever your sophistication is, there's a solution for you using AI and to get on TV and be a brand that is at the forefront and in front of the right audience. And so maybe a little kind of plug for us here. This is something we're investing heavily in at Universal Ads in two ways. One, we're vetting and bringing on kind of AI leading partners. So you can see here 6 of our current partners. We announced this at Cannes about 6 weeks ago. First of its kind for TV, wanting to give advertisers an opportunity to work with brands and at different sophistication levels and offering different types of products. And we'll actually show some of the different use cases that these partners have actually done for TV. The second thing that we're doing, and this is a bit of a teaser, we haven't announced this, we haven't shared this up until now, is that we're actually bringing an AI assistant directly into Universal Ads at no cost, right? That's key for us, is right. The brand, you as a brand can come in, put your homepage in, put a product page in, upload assets, and within 2 to 3 minutes, we'll generate a TV-ready ad trained on TV best practices, ready to start running. And you can continue to iterate on this. And so we want to lower that barrier. Creative should not be the barrier to get on TV, because TV is a fantastic channel that can support search, social, or be a standalone channel on its own that we think every brand, every advertiser should have access to. And so looking at kind of some of the ways you as a brand can use AI in your kind of ad creation, one is like using existing assets. Skullcandy is a great example. This is from a partner of ours called Waymark. Skullcandy used existing assets to create a new TV ad. And so let's see. Sad without the sound, but I think we'll show just a few seconds then. Okay. So yeah, I don't want to, I'll put all the links in, but you can see there that that's existing assets that AI now has pieced together, different frames, different speeds, different voices, and again, can be customized, but fully AI kind of edited and put together within existing brands' assets, right? The next that we'll go through is kind of a social to TV cut. Excuse me, I think it. So this is for a brand, Overnight Oats, used a partner of ours called Spaceback, and they wanted to bring in their social assets, use the best of social, but not kind of recreate a new ad, right? So how can I use a vertical video that works on social and bring it into an engaging native environment on TV? So we'll go through that one. You can see here, right? This is content they've used on Instagram or TikTok or elsewhere. And then Spaceback has used a lot of kind of the positive assets from social and made them into an engaging TV ad. So again, something AI can do very quickly, very cheaply. Cut back over. Localization and personalization. This is something that if you're a national brand, but you are in local markets or want to market to certain events, you can do this. You can personalize your ad content. And so this is a service brand that we worked with, that worked with a company of ours called Streamer. And then just one more here. which we're really, really excited about, is dynamic product ads. Everyone on this channel, I'm sure, is used to dynamic product ads, is probably using them on social channels. For the first time ever, we're actually bringing this dynamic product ad to television. So how can you as a brand use catalogs? How can you use dynamic information about kind of your inventory, your sales, what you're learning about your audiences, and actually bring it into your ads? And so we're working with a company called Marpipe to do this. They are, let's see, they put this together for Nike. So just with the dynamic product ads, this is just something we're really excited about. Finally accessible on TV, finally accessible, for brands to bring in kind of their assets and personalize it for a big screen and for a really engaging environment. And so, kind of what this actually means for you as a brand and what you can take away from this is, one, AI is simplifying ads. Everything we've shown, no matter your size, your revenue, your sophistication, kind of the number of assets you have, there's an option for you, right? And so that's something I think is really important that you as a brand should probably start kind of exploring if kind of you want to kind of delve into kind of ad creation in this way. The second, though, is AI is inevitable, right? We're seeing AI already generate these ads, and so don't fall behind. Right? This is something that is not a fad. AI and ads are converging, right? This is not something that's like in a testing phase anymore, right? We are seeing brands use this to test, iterate, and very quickly create new assets. And so I think if you take anything away, it's like you should probably start exploring, have your team start exploring this. The third is that AI ads means it's lower cost, it's faster output, and for you that means more creative testing. Again, the iterations, the variations, you can do a lot more with TV ads than you ever have been able to before. It's more akin to what you're used to on traditional social environments. And then lastly, super close to universal ads, but with AI, more of that budget can actually go towards your media, towards reaching your audience, and towards driving those outcomes, as opposed to creating net new creative, right? You can actually improve efficiency through those iterations. You can put more budget to delivering to get in front of the right audiences and actually getting them onto your website, purchasing goods, asking questions. And so, we're really excited about this. Obviously, we're trying to lead the way for TV and making it as easy and as efficient to buy as possible. And so come check us out, universalads.com. In many cases, we can actually help you get started with media credits and creative, subsidized creative to help you get started. And so come check us out, but start checking out AI as well. I think it's something you won't be disappointed in.